Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Live with Coach Deborah. Yay! I am so happy to have you on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a good day to be in the neighborhood, in the neighborhood, in the neighborhood. Again, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for all of your support. We love, love, love when you like, share, and comment. So please continue to do so. You never know what that means to see those different comments and to see that you have shared the broadcast or liked one of the broadcasts that has shown before. So know that if you are not able to view the live show, that you can always go on. The content remains up forever and ever for right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But I am super excited as always to be here to share with our mothers with sons and our young men. This year it's all about blueprint for success. Having that blueprint for success, you need to know where it is that you want to go. That needs to be plain and concise, so you have a guidepost in which to follow. Amen. And for the month of February, our theme is derails while working your blueprint. So yes, it is essential to have that blueprint, but just know that things can happen. I always talk about you have that journey, but you may run into pitfalls, detours, rough terrain, but you can't let those things stop you. So yes, there are going to be derails. So you just need to find out different ways to handle those derails. Today, I'm going to talk about, excuse me, heartbreak can derail your life. Heartbreak can derail your life. And I do want to go back. I do apologize, but I would like to thank Dan Smith. He stood in my stead on yesterday. I was under the weather, and not yesterday, on Tuesday. I apologize. On Tuesday for Blueprint for Success. Our guest was scheduled to be on, Derek Durden. And so Dan stepped in when I couldn't. And I really, really enjoyed that show. So if you did not watch the February 13th Blueprint for Success, salvage what you can, you need to go back on YouTube or Facebook and check that out. It was amazing. So amazing. God knows when he needs to shake things up. So that was a great pair on Tuesday to talk about that particular topic, and it was just excellent. So thank both of you. But today, again, I'm going to talk about heartbreak can derail your life. Now, I have these hearts behind me because, of course, yesterday was Valentine's Day. And, immediately when someone mentions the word heartbreak, people oftentimes, their minds immediately go to, something happened with the relationship. So they're either thinking someone had a bad relationship, someone loves someone who doesn't love them anymore. someone loved someone and they found out that they were cheating. Someone had a friend and that friends actually stabbed them in the back, so they're not friends any longer, but they're relating heartbreak to conditions of relationships, whether that be platonic or just, romantic or platonic. It has to be a relationship. But no, it does not. Relationships are not the only thing that can give you angst or break your heart. There are so many things that can break your heart. If you have a blueprint, but you cannot move forward, it just seems like you're just stuck. You may need to ask yourself, what's going on? Why can't I move? Guess what? You might be suffering from heartbreak. So today, that's why I'm going to talk about what heart trouble or heart conditions that you may be suffering from. Okay? So get those pads and pens out. Get ready, because some of this will surprise you. Some of this you might go, but just get ready. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is finances. Yes, your finances can make your heart hurt. Your finances may be out of control, and that can hurt. It really can. Just think about it. Maybe you didn't plan well for retirement. You just had it in your mind, when I retire, I can do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be free. But something happened along the way, and you did not plan appropriately. And so when you thought that, hey, I'm going to be enjoying life, going where I want to go, getting up when I want to, doing what I like, you found that you had to go back to work just to afford your medication. Have you ever thought about that? Because you might not be in that place yet. So these are some things to think about. You didn't save, or you don't save, and you find yourself with an expensive emergency and no funds. What do? Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? Because it can be something, detrimental, like it's in the middle of the winter, it's freezing, it's the worst freeze that you've had. You don't have money to pay your utility bill. It's already behind. You have small kids or anybody, and it's freezing. What are you going to do? You don't have the emergency funds around. Are you planning something at your home? You got people coming, it's like, oh my goodness, we don't have any heat. That can actually mess with your heart. It's like stress, all right? You have always dreamed of being able to send your son to college, and he was not going to have any student loans, get any grants or anything. You were going to be able to pay out of pocket to maintain that for him. You've always dreamed of giving your daughter that dream wedding. But somewhere along the way, you didn't plan. And so now you got heart trouble. And I guess you say, well, why? Because, nobody knows but you. Well, maybe not. Because if that's something that you've been planning, I'm sure all along you've been saying, well, I'm planning when my daughter gets ready to get married, I hope it's the right one, because she is going to have the wedding of her dreams. And, the bride's mom is the one that normally pays for that, unless the bride or groom themselves decide to pay for it, pay for it, excuse me. And then, and if you have been, telling your child, don't worry about college. If you don't get a football sports scholarship, don't worry about it. I'm going to be able to do this and do that. And now you can't. It's like, oops, I'm going to eat my words. Not only are you sad because you cannot do it, but you feel like you're disappointing your children, all right? And that makes you feel some type of way. those times when you can like feel your heart beating or you think you can hear it beating. Heart problems, heart trouble. Talking about heart trouble, what if it's a medical condition? You've been living your life, you're still young, but you haven't taken care of your body. You don't exercise, you don't drink enough water. You just drink in excess, not what would you call it? On a social level, you just drink every time you think. Instead of drinking water, you grabbing an alcoholic beverage. You're a chain smoker. You've been having this pain here, all for so long, and you've ignored it. What then? That can definitely be what? Some heart trouble. Because when you can't get around on your own in life, that hurts. You want to go to the store and you don't have the strength to go and do it. It's nothing like being even in your bedroom and you want something out of the kitchen and you can't get up to get it because you think you might pass out or you don't have the strength enough to do it. That's not a good feeling. Whew. That's stressful. That's heartbreak. All right. And what about mental health? We talk about it all the time. And I know some people get tired of talking about it or hearing about it. But you must know that it is real. Just like we say, COVID is real. COVID has not gone away. Mental health is around and it is huge. So you have to learn some coping mechanisms or whatever. And when I say mental health, it may not be to the extent where, you just zoned out or anything. It can have to do with, I'll say forgetfulness or whatever. And, we like to say everything is based on age, but not everything is. So, it may take you hours looking for glasses or car keys. Hours. I'm not saying 10, 15 minutes. Because I think we all do that sometimes. You look for your glasses, they're on your head. You look for your car keys, they're right there on your desk. I'm not really looking for them well enough. Your kids come over and hey, Michelle, what's going on? Mom, I'm not Michelle. I'm Gloria. Oh, I knew that. Did you? You go off in your car. Come out of the store. You can't find it. So you're thinking, did I really drive it here? Did someone steal it? Hey, these may not be signs of mental health, but they are and can be signs of aging, and adjustments need to be made. Now, as I mentioned those things, I began to think about, well, was there no one around to notice that these things were going on? Because that's another biggie. Things happen, but there's no one to say, hey, Mom, Dad, did you just do this? You just came back in an Uber. Where's your car? Your car's not in the garage. When you're alone and things begin to happen, it can cause heartbreak, heart trouble, heart conditions. And I don't mean in the sense of you're in cardiac arrest, but your heart hurts because you are in pain. You feel bad for yourself, or you're stressed out. So if you've just joined us, we're talking about heartbreak can derail your life, right? Because the truth of the matter is there's nothing like being old or sick or hurt or even confused and you're by yourself. So you don't have to be old. Here's another one. You may be holding on to something from your past. And we talk about all the time about you have to, forgive people. It's important to forgive, because if you don't forgive people, they've gone on with their lives, but you're sitting there and you're holding on to it, and you don't realize that it's damaging your insides, your heart, your mind, your spirit. Things can really hurt, and it's like, I can't believe that happened to me. I can't believe that person did that, but they did. Well, as I was reading my devotionals this morning, I think it was in my Walking with Grace, there was a story about a lady, and she was saying, she know that we should forgive. And throughout her life, she has been able to forgive everyone for everything except in one situation. And she said, she didn't want to put that in the book about what this one situation was. It was just that detrimental to her. She didn't even want to talk about it. But she's always made it known. I forgive any and everybody except for this one situation. And she didn't care who she said it to, but one day she said it to a particular friend, and that friend told her, she said, well, hey, Jesus paid the cost for all of us. He paid it all. And if you cannot forgive that person, just give it to Jesus. He'll take care of it for you, so you can have that free mind and that free spirit, and you won't be holding on to it anymore. And she was like, oh, I had never thought about it that way. So she was able to give that hurt over to Jesus. I've been carrying it all this time. It's caused me nothing but anxiety and hurt. And anytime I think about it, it's just painful. Lord, take it. Take this yoke from me. And she gave it to him. So if that sounds like you, and you've been carrying something around, and you like, yeah, I can forgive most things, but I just can't forgive him. I can't forgive her. Why did they do it? Think about that. Just think about that. And that may be the answer to something that you've been praying for a while. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Okay, even, as another one is, you have a child, and that child is just out of control. You've done everything you can. You're a single mom. You've tried to raise this child to the best of your ability. You've talked to them. You tried to teach them about basic principles, life skills. You taught them right from wrong, the golden rule, the 10 commandments. You've read the Bible. You've taken them to church. You sit there and listen to everything that they had in them that they wanted to get out. You sought help for them, but it seems like no matter what you do, it seems like you just consistently, gradually losing them bit by bit by bit. That's painful. That's painful. You thinking, God loaned this child to me to raise for a period. And, is it something I'm doing wrong? I've tried the best that I could with the knowledge that I've had. I've tried to learn more. I've tried to do everything that I could, but it doesn't seem to help. That can make you feel really, really bad. That can make your heart break, because who wants to see their child suffer? No one. Your child can be the most cantankerous, meanest, whatever thing you can think of. You still don't want anything to happen to them, or anything bad to happen to them. You only want good for them, right? Because that's your child that's been loaned to you, that you love, and that you're supposed to prepare for their future and to help them along the way. So when you feel like you can't do that and they're just getting lost, that literally just breaks your heart. So again, heartbreak is not just relationships. Heartbreaks are all around. Think about the person that's homeless. They may have been on top of the world at one time or another, living in a fabulous home, central heat and air, everything that they could have wanted, nice job, nice cars. But because something in life happened, life happens. You never know when you're going to get hit with something that's going to devastate you. But now they're homeless. And they may think, I tried to live right. I tried to do what I was supposed to do. But now I find myself out here. I'm cold. I'm hungry. I don't have anywhere to lay my head. I don't have a blanket to stay warm. I don't even have a piece of cardboard to lay on. There looks like there's no one willing to help me. That's gotta make you feel bad. Especially if you've been a person that has always tried to be helpful, always given to others. You had that parent that it was always giving somebody something, always giving somebody. Well, why do you? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to invite people to dinner. We're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do that. We're supposed to help when we can. So you've tried to do that, but now you find yourself in this place. And you feel like you're all alone. That has to hurt. Heartbreak. That heartbreak. It can derail your life. So I know some of you are listening to this and you're like, why is she mentioning heart conditions not related to relationships? Because I don't want you to allow heartbreak and devastation, things that come in your life, to make you just derail. You have that blueprint and you just have this derail and you just like, I'm going to stop. I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to try to live a successful life. I don't want you to do that. I want you to know that things come up. Things come up and there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to be proactive. You can try to be prepared. You can do the things that you need to do. But don't give up. Write that blueprint for success. Ensure that you include some of the following things. When you're writing that blueprint for success, yes, this is where I want to be in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Along the way, you might be thinking big things. It's not all about big things, those huge vacations, those big dream homes, those luxury cars. It's about those other things. I need to save money for emergencies. I need to make sure that I have money for my retirement. I need to have money so that I can assist my child. If you've ever worked in corporate America, been around a lot of people, and you hear people of certain, I don't want to say nationalities, but certain people, they may be of different means or whatever, but they're always, no, my son just bought a house. Yeah, I gave him $25,000 toward the down payment. My daughter's getting married. I'm going to shell out this. I want her to have her dream wedding. But they are able to do those things. Why? Not because they have more than we have, but because they have planned. They have saved. They have not just went out and just spent because they had it, So that's what we have to do when we are doing those blueprints for success, because we want to try to avoid those derails, because derails can come in all phases of your life. You can have heartbreak in all phases of your life. So you want to have that blueprint and you want it to be clear and concise. And you want to ensure that we go to him first. Like, hey, what is my purpose? What should my plans be, right? So all of that is key, very, very important. And I know, again, some of you may be thinking, well, I thought this segment was about mothers with sons and young men. It is. However, situations don't have age limits attached to them. Everyone needs to start preparing. You need to start preparing sooner rather than later, because you want to live a happy life. You want to live a blessed life, right? So with that comes planning. You might say, well, I'm going to live day by day. But if you want to do things in the future, you're hoping for being there for you. You never know, but you're hoping to be there for your children, for your grandchildren. You want to see them. So we gonna give them a dime? Think about it. And remember, heartbreak can derail your life. And it's not just relationships. I hope that you really enjoyed this topic today, because I thought that it was relevant and it would be helpful. But tell me what you think, right? But I really appreciate you tuning in, because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to join us here on Thursday Live. Please make sure that you check out the website. And I know you know about HARD by now, www.buildyourbestlife.org. Check out the blogs that come out each Monday, the calendar of events and the services that I offer, which is coaching, consultations, speaking, webinar speakings. And always you can get a autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. And you get the Kindle version on Amazon.com. But again, thank you so very much for tuning in today. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday Morning Real. Saturday Morning Real, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the topic is going to be, sometimes you need to accelerate. Sometimes you need to accelerate. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Check it out. Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love to have you here live, but remember, if your schedule doesn't permit you to be live, please go back later on when you have time, either on YouTube or Facebook, and check out those broadcasts that you missed. They are always there. But I'll look forward to seeing some of you on Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, as I stated earlier, this year our theme is Blueprint for Success. We want everybody to be successful, but also we declare Jeremiah 29:11 over your life. God knows the plans that He has for your life. He wants you to do what? He wants you to have prosperity. Prosperity. Put it in the chat. He wants you to have prosperity, not disaster. And He wants you to have a future that you hope for. So what are you hoping for? That's what He wants for you. So remember, design your blueprint based on the plans that God has for you. Follow them and build your best life. Remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. I'll be looking for you on Saturday. Bye-bye.